Savvy Cope, multis in progress. Do they sort of reflect the price that you have Savvy Cope at the moment, Stephen?
Yeah, roundabout, Jace. There's about 1,200 multis in progress to Savvy Cope. I think that will climb above 1,500 at some stage early on this afternoon around Savvy Cope. And compared to next best and Scott Base in that second line of betting, with just a tad over 200. So, yeah, almost around about six times more than the next best in Savvy Cope, and when you're just talking multis in progress. But back to singles betting, Savvy Cope opened at $2.10, now got into the red at $1.95. That happened around about midday yesterday. There's potential that it could go back out to $2, even money at some stage, Jason. So, yeah, if you are playing the patient game around Savvy Cope, that could be an option, because I can see that happening the next few hours. Scott Base $7.50 now, short as $7. Good support around there. Potentially the second best bat runner, well, is the second best bat runner in this market. Our Aberdeen and Dance has been very well supported throughout the week. A little bit cold this morning. Our Aberdeen 9 top fluck now trading $8.50, and Dance 13 into 10. A lot of action the first 24 hours of trading on those two runners. So yeah, a kind of race that shapes in two markets here. They're liking those 2-4 I mentioned. Outside those runners, it's been very friendless on every other runner. A bit of specking on Big Mike at longer odds, Jace, but all the action on the top 4 in the Group 1 today.
Speed expected to come from Santa Million. Also Authentic Paddy you'd expect will work forward with Big Mike, clearly one of the pace influences. Just how quickly he'll go remains to be seen. Contessa Vanessa might lob in a good position. Could it be Savvy Cope at odds on that just blows them away here, Brendan?
Well, I mean, it's a form line that's hard to ignore, isn't it, from what we've seen through the 2 legs of the Group 1 so far. They've been the Tarzino when hitting the line, and then of course the very good run in the Windsor Park Plate, where she was held off for a fair part of the straight, and then once she found that clear air, she was able to cut that margin down on Melody Bell. So look, there's some other unluckies in the race. Scott Base never got a clean shot at them. Our Aberdeen's been able to work home from the back of the field, and the 7th up has been good also, but take all of that away, and what Savvy Cope does here late just suggests that she's ready to go.
She's trotting at this point, just ready to sort of burst through, and she gets the split. Chris waited, and she was exceptional late. She really, really was. She was very, very good day number 1. Look, only bad luck beats her, I think, unless they set it up and walk, which is hard to see with Big Mike Santa Million going forward. I'm not sure with Authentic Paddy. I know Trudy Thornton on, good strong rider, might be able to get him there forward. You'd think Contessa Vanessa, Dance hold up a decent position. We talk Big Mike, here he is on day number 2. Paddy just never got there. It was an unusual performance from him. Ryan just couldn't stake him up. Big Mike's in front, 5 to Midnight's come off sort of a 3-back fence position, centre of the track, and he'll get there in the last couple of bounds. Look, I'm not sure 5 to Midnight can win from that draw. He's a much improved horse. I think there's a 2-mile big race in him this season, but this race, I could see him running in the money, but he's not a live winning chance in my mind.
Yeah, he's been a great Cups horse, has 5 to Midnight, but you know, this is a weight for age challenge for the runner as well. But look, he's worked into the race. Saint Emilion, look, he did run a very good race in the race last year, didn't he? Before he did win a New Zealand Stakes following that.
Well, I think he's going to have to take a sit today. He's not going to get past Big Mike. My mind, they're just going to try and lead on that horse. So he may. Well, on a lot of occasions, the horse outside the lead controls the tempo, so he may still be in a controlling position if he can get to there. And if he does that, as we've seen in the past, he can keep on grinding to the line, Santa Milan, and run them off the deck from the 600 metre mark and really get them off the nickel. Look, in the race, I had to go with Savvy Cope. I don't think I've seen a horse come into the Livamol with the right sort of runs like this horse has in the past, since probably
Princess Cope.
Yeah, Princess Cope. You know, Starcraft came in with the same sort of runs, but got beat by Belmuse. So they're 11 on top. Dance will posse up, has the draw. I'd like to see it done, you know, that sort of training performance. It'd be really, really great to see a horse go 1,400 metres and win up over the 2,042nd up. The 7 in the book, Scott Base, I still thought he was slightly disappointing, but we know how good he is, so you can't drop him. And the 8 in the book, Lizzie Lamore, from that gate, if she puts herself there, she'll be a sharp improver. I think she's overs in the race.
She is. She's a dual Group 1 winner, isn't she? At this distance, she's weight for age horse, and she's at a big price. Yeah, look, I'm sort of happy to give a little play towards Dance because, yeah, it is unusual what they've done, but it's not beyond her at the same time with what we saw from her last season. The Livamol Classic, though, Savvy Cope, she's the one to beat, isn't she, Jason?